There are global organizations who've been in India for 100 years, and now their revenues are more than 20% of the global revenue from India.
Sanjay, you are a seasonal GRI friend. You have been with us for years. I would like to ask you to introduce yourself and explain a bit more about Tata Realty and infrastructure and your role there.
My name is Sanjay Dutt. I'm the MD and CEO of Tata Realty and Infrastructure Limited. We are a diversified real estate and infrastructure company. We have done 40 million square feet in last 40 years. And we currently have about 35 million square feet between residential and commercial. And we have a road portfolio, and we also are doing our first Pune metro project, which is getting launched next month. And we also have a ropeway project up north in India. So we have a combined portfolio across residential, commercial, and infrastructure.
If you can tell our audience, what's the main story for India in the coming 12 months?
So I personally feel the domestic consumption and the domestic offtake is a real story. India was blessed after we did the liberalization, and that brought a lot of foreign multinational corporations into India. And they still play a very important role in the growth of the economy. We're very fortunate that we have talent, the demographic dividend. We have education institutes, which is turning this talent into leaders globally. We also blessed that we have embraced the technology. And all of this is cultivating and harnessing the talent that India has. And as a result of this, it has triggered a domestic wave of entrepreneurs and new businesses and new innovations. So it's an opportunity for infrastructure, it's an opportunity for corporates, it's an opportunity for entrepreneurs, it's an opportunity for global capital to come in and benefit from. And I want to take a minute to mention there are global organizations who've been in India for 100 years, and now their revenues are more than 20% of the global revenue from India.
India itself is a construction site.
Yes.
Infrastructure comes first
Yes.
and real estate comes after.
Yes.
And here in India, I have seen things going at the same
Correct.
time, right?
Correct.
You know that
Yes.
better than me. But knowing that the progress is coming, all the asset class is going well. Is there any specific asset class you would be more appealing?
The office market is going to cross 1.3 billion square feet, which in global perspective is still very small, but for us, it's almost double in next 4 or 5 years. And I think you will see India will be beyond the obvious metropolitan cities, which is also catching up and growing. So the urbanization story is really spreading.
Mm-hmm.
And you will notice every year you will see new airports being launched in the country. So I wouldn't be surprised that in next 2 years, you will have another 30 private airports rolled out for development. So this is a very strong story which talks about great demand for office. If you take 100 square feet of office space for one job created, the same person takes 1,000 square feet of an apartment. And it's a 10x phenomena. So if you're going to do 150 million square feet
Mhm.
office, you know how much resi
Yes.
every year that
Yes.
we will need. And then if you combine 30 to 50 million square feet of retail, data center, logistics, warehousing, industrial parks, senior living, co-work spaces, which have already touched 70 million square feet in last 5 years. So it's, it's just everywhere. And the good thing is that now we have a lot of developers who are now specializing in these areas because
Mhm.
it's quite niche to be in senior living.
Yeah. Agree.
So, and I think these are unfolding. My favorite continues to remain commercial.
Okay.
Uh, I wish if the Indian government had done more reforms on labor and land, we would have competed with China on manufacturing. We didn't do it. I think the government has very good intent of doing it. It is slightly a political challenge
Mhm.
for the government to do it because it's a federation of states. I'm seeing, given the domestic consumption and the geopolitical situation, India is a strategic piece in it. These two combined will give potential to manufacturing as well. I would say you can go into related subjects like renewable energy, life sciences business. So these are some new opportunities which personally excites me a lot.
Is there any tier 2 cities or tier 3 cities that you would bet for becoming the next tier 1 city?
For me, Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu is the next Pune. Vizag in Andhra is, given the strong leadership, political leadership, it's going to grow. I definitely feel in Maharashtra we have Aurangabad, Nashik, and Nagpur, which will grow substantially. In Gujarat, we've already seen the transformation of Gift City. In North, I would say it's the Uttar Pradesh, the largest state of the country, which you will see some cities, particularly Greater Noida, which will do very well. And there'll be more cities that will open up. In the center of the country, you have Madhya Pradesh. Indore is another a great story, which is in terms of infrastructure and management. For certain business, it will appeal. My personal favorite immediately would be Coimbatore.
We are talking about good stuffs, good revenues, good places to invest. What's the risk here?
You see two sides of the country. You see massive progress and transformation and reforms and forward looking country, which it is and which very genuine. But at the same time, we have areas which we have not changed. And I think this is where we need to overcome and reach the same level of professionalism, transparency, governance, ethics as the central government has demonstrated under the leadership of Mr. Modi, where they actually listen to the global corporation, they listen to the global investors, listen to the Indian corporates, and reform the environment. The same reform process has to be executed at the state level, and the state has the jurisdiction on the land. Eventually, the laws, the municipal corporations, the trade bodies is all local and they control. India's progress can double if there is a reform at the state level. If the real estate and the related infrastructure becomes more predictable in terms of approval process, in terms of governance and compliance and ethics, this country would be unstoppable.
Let's talk about construction costs. Is this an issue now? Is this an issue you see in the future?
It is an issue, and India is a very competitive market. So, labor, steel, cement is highly competitive. But now we have embraced sustainability on a very large scale. So, sustainable materials from right procurement, from right bodies, right organizations is expensive. And but we have to embrace that. Second is the scale. So, shortage of construction laborers and the shortage of capacity of construction companies has temporarily, from investors' point of view, created an opportunity to grow and invest. But from a developer point of view, is a challenge and a risk.
Yes.
I think it will go up. India also is competing with Middle East and Europe, and a lot of Indian construction workers hijacked by those markets. So it's a loss to us. We have not yet developed infrastructure to skill them fast and provide them to the industry. But I think that there is a Prime Minister's Skill Development Fund. So fund is available. We just need to harness it, use it. In the short term, this will be a challenge which we need to come. And as a result, the cost benefit analysis between precast, composite, and steel structure versus conventional construction are increasingly moving in the favor of the steel composite, which earlier had a cost disadvantage.
Innovation in the construction area is something that takes time, and steel frame is something new. In India, as you said, you guys on bricks to bricks,
Yes.
and going through steel frame could be an
But it's
option
changing.
to speed up,
Yes.
right? To accelerate the progress.
So I think what we need is a skilled labor to be able to adapt to these technologies and deliver volume. Because right now we need volume. We need about 300 million square feet just between commercial and residential.
Yes, and going through these minor changes can help
Yes.
to accelerate and make it
Can
faster.
do that. Can do that.
Very
There are some reforms on taxation, Rodrigo. You must have learned recently the government announced, that is also being viewed positively by the industry. And if they can just reform the approval process, we would be able to overcome the cost challenges that you highlighted.
Okay. Sanjay, is there any final message would you like to share with our GRI Institute audience?
GRI has always been viewed as a very high quality industry body. I've made friends on your forum. I've done transactions on your forum. And the insight, the quality insight that I get through GRI is just unparalleled. So I thank you for providing this to India.
My pleasure.
I'm grateful that you have some very good plans to expand
Yes.
in India and also bring global investors, which I think will also play a very important role in bringing capital to this capital starved country. So I wish you all the best with it, and you will always have our support as a body.